Shelby, you have to get out of there.
Yeah, but how?
Is you. And if you're just gonna give up...
Shelby, are you okay?
That's it. You turn it. Be brave for me. See it before. Do it now.
Critics called Bestie American Horror Stories flawless, but missed the clue that ruins everything. Hit play before Hollywood deletes this video. The movie begins at a school function where the children are performing a play flawlessly. However, backstage, someone is secretly mixing something into the water. When the kids drink it, they immediately start vomiting, ruining the performance, and they are rushed to the hospital. The blame falls on the teacher in charge of the event, while the real culprit, Shelby, goes unnoticed. But why did she do it? Let's unravel that as the story progresses that Shelby had moved to this city with her father 3 months ago, still grieving the sudden death of her mother due to cancer. She was an introvert who never shared her sorrow with anyone, and her father, worried about her, believed that relocating to a new city with new people might help her overcome her grief. However, his well-intentioned plan didn't work for Shelby, as she found it difficult to connect with anyone at her new school. When some mischievous kids made fun of her, Shelby couldn't hold back and hit one of them with her book. This led to her being thrown out of the class by the teacher, who, although recognizing Shelby's wrong reaction, also acknowledged that the other students were at fault. Later, the teacher spoke with Shelby, telling her that reacting to others' words could make life much harder and encouraged her to face challenges with confidence and bravery. While Shelby agreed, her resolve shattered when the same group of students followed her after the conversation, making her run home in a bad mood. There, her father tried to cheer her up by showing her old pictures, but instead of feeling comforted, Shelby lashed out at him. Embarrassed, she felt like no one understood her. She wasn't confident, didn't have many friends, and struggled to adjust to the world around her. In her free time, Shelby watched a YouTube show by a disabled girl who had gained a large following. People followed her because they, too, felt different, whether due to disability, mental health struggles, or social anxiety. These people found confidence through the girl, and Shelby began to appreciate this inclusive community where no one judged her. Point one day, Shelby received a message from a girl in this community, and soon after, the girl called her. Shelby was surprised. Why was this person so interested in her? When she answered the call, she was taken aback by the unfamiliar face on the screen. The girl didn't reveal her name, instead telling Shelby to call her Bestie. Intrigued, Shelby didn't hesitate to talk to her, and the two quickly became close friends. Bestie helped Shelby build her confidence, advising her to change her appearance. Shelby started going to school with a new hairstyle and makeup, and when the mischievous kids tried to disturb her again, she stood her ground and taught them a lesson. Feeling empowered, Shelby began following Bestie's advice. Without question, Bestie continued pushing Shelby to face her fears through a series of challenges. The first one involved stealing something special from her dad, his coffee mug, a keepsake from Shelby's late mother. The next day, Bestie instructed Shelby to break the mug, which was a difficult task, but Shelby did it anyway. Over time, Bestie manipulated Shelby into doing increasingly questionable things, like throwing eggs at houses and stealing from stores. While Bestie couldn't leave her house, she used Shelby to fulfill these tasks, gaining satisfaction from having Shelby do her bidding. Unbeknownst to Shelby, she was becoming a negative person, alienating herself from her dad and losing her moral compass. At one point, Bestie convinced Shelby to sabotage a school play, instructing her to mix poison into the water used in the performance. This caused the chaos we saw at the beginning of the movie. Afterward, Shelby felt a sense of excitement, eager to share her actions with Bestie. On Halloween, Bestie encouraged Shelby to dress up as the deceased daughter of her music teacher and perform an unsettling act. Everyone, including the professor, was horrified by her cruel behavior. As punishment, Shelby's dad locked her in the basement. From there, she contacted Bestie again using her mom's old laptop. Bestie then manipulated Shelby into hurting herself to get her dad to kick her out of the house. She instructed Shelby to break her own hand, and despite her reluctance, Shelby complied after Bestie called her a coward. When Shelby was taken to the hospital, she realized that Bestie wasn't a friend. She was toxic and manipulative. Bestie had been using her all along, exploiting her weaknesses for her own amusement. After this realization, Shelby broke away from Bestie and began to fix the damage she had caused. She started anew by apologizing to her dad and fixing her mom's coffee mug. Shelby also sought forgiveness from her music teacher, whose daughter she had mocked. In this fresh chapter, Shelby befriended a boy named River, who, like her, was introverted and didn't talk much. They bonded over their shared admiration for the same YouTuber, which brought Shelby joy, knowing she had found a true friend. However, Shelby's past continued to haunt her. One day, she received a message from someone who knew what she had done at the school function, threatening to expose her if she didn't meet with them. Shelby, fearing the truth coming to light, went to the meeting place, only to find River waiting for her. He reassured her that he wasn't blackmailing her, but instead, he wanted to tell her that her secret was safe with him. River shared his painful past, revealing that he had undergone surgery as a child, which led to bullying. He explained that he had always despised those who had bullied him and was glad that Shelby stood up to the mischievous group. As their friendship deepened, Shelby gained more confidence, and her life began to improve. She was accepted into a prestigious school in another city, marking a new chapter for her. Before she left, River took her to a secluded house by a river. Inside, Shelby felt an eerie sense of familiarity, realizing that the background she saw there was the same as Bestie's video calls. Something felt off, and her intuition told her that danger was near. Before she could escape, she saw someone descending the stairs toward her, and panic set in. In a terrifying twist, River attacked her, revealing that he had been working with Bestie all along. River had never been interested in Shelby. His friendship and subsequent betrayal were all part of Bestie's plan. Bestie, it turned out, had psychological issues. She thrived on stealing other people's happiness and making them her pawns. She manipulated weak individuals, like Shelby, into carrying out her twisted desires. After Shelby finally broke free from Bestie, the latter sent River to kill her in a final act of revenge. This chilling conclusion marked the end of Shelby's tragic story. Was Bestie American Horror Stories right, or just a monster? Debate below. And if you want more ruthless breakdowns, subscribe. We're just getting started. Thanks for watching.